Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Do You Have a Foundling in Your House? A foundling can be anything. A foundling can be anything that is young. It doesn't have to be human. It can just be whatever. So if you find like a baby turtle in your backyard, that's a foundling. Yeah, puppies are foundlings. Pretty much anything. Anything can be a foundling. This is my recap review of The Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 4, aka The Foundling. um, I feel like they are building a story. I feel like there's a story here, and we're supposed to be like paying attention. And this is a season where, like, at the end, it'll all pay off. You know, instead of giving us individually interesting episodes like past seasons have, where the episodes are like, oh my god, that's so amazing. Oh my god, these characters are so crazy, we keep meeting. We're kind of stuck in this place. Mando's kind of at home, and, or Jin, or whatever the hell his name is now. Jarin, or, I don't know. I have to learn his new name. I mean, anyway, it's like everybody's, when we had to stop saying the child, start saying Grogu. It's gonna take me a minute. Yeah, so, but the backstory, like, we flash into this backstory in this episode, and yeah, it was like how the Jedi's got Grogu and escaped. And welcome back Ahmed Best to that scene. They let him play a Jedi outside of his Jar Jar Binks costume, so that was pretty cool. I don't know that I don't know that I needed that. I have no idea. I don't know the context. I don't know what story we're trying to tell here. We're trying to make Grogu a Mandalorian, which I think is hilarious. I can't wait to see him in Mandalorian armor, like with a helmet and everything, hiding his... They're never going to do that. You realize that. Like, he's never going to be a Mandalorian, because nobody's going to hide his adorable little Baby Yoda face. Like, no one... It's not happening. So, but it's cute to see him, like, train and watch. But then I realized that, like, literally anything can be foundlings when they bring those baby raptors down. They're like, oh, these are foundlings too. Cool. So you just find things. It's more like findlings, the findlings. Anything we find can be. Anyway, that dude was like, he's my son, and I was like, how do you guys have sex? Like, you guys can't take your shit off. How's that go for you? Are you attracted to the helmet? Or, I don't understand. I don't get it. This season is weird for me. I've loved The Mandalorian. Season 3 is like questioning me. I feel like it's trying my patience on purpose. It's like, how much do you really love The Mandalorian? Are you ready for really slow burn story arc time? I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna keep watching you until you just get so bad that it's, you know. I mean, I'm watching Katie Sackhoff just give, God, her acting. Please, can somebody just break into the Mandalorian set and just give her acting, just force her to have acting lessons. Her line deliveries are so painful. I can't deal with it. I just sometimes... I love her. I love her presence, and I know she's like a darling in the sci-fi world. Listen, I loved Another Life. I watched every single episode of Another Life. So if Katie Sackhoff fans can go fly away now. Because if you didn't watch that show, I did. I'm a bigger fan than you are. But my God, my God, woman, please learn how to read a line. I know that there's like a Star Wars way of acting. You're taking it the Shatner way. You're going way too far with it. I don't know. I mean, this episode was basically kid gets taken by bird. Mandalorians rescue kid from bird. Done. It was so short. I think that's the shortest Mandalorian episode ever. They filled it with a flashback. Last week's episode was like the longest Mandalorian episode, followed by the shortest Mandalorian episode. So this is a very weird season. Um, yeah, I don't know. I once again, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it. And I did read an interview from Jon Favreau about when they asked him about the longevity of The Mandalorian, and his answer was, as long as people find us interesting, basically. He was like, as long as people are watching, he's just going to keep making Mandalorian. He has no plans to end it. There's no, for and done, like a lot of shows are doing nowadays. So it's not like the next season will be the last. No, he plans on keep telling tales of the Mandalorian. I don't know if that always contains Pedro Pascal's Mandalorian. I mean, he's got so many other Mandalorian now. He could always just, the Mandalorian, God forbid, could become Bo-Katan. Then we could listen to Katie Sackhoff and her line delivery every single episode until the end of time. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, the action was good. I liked the little battle that Grogu did. I need a little bit more acting from Katie Sackhoff. I love the little pieces that they're dropping, the breadcrumbs. I think parts of it kind of feels like we're all building to something, but I don't know what that something is. And it's kind of a gamble when you're writing this, because you really have to know that what you're writing to at the end of the season is so good that people are sticking through kind of a slower, less eventful season to get to the payoff. Because in previous seasons, when we've kind of had, each episode kind of felt like an event, that worked really well, and it was great for people with short attention spans who didn't need to follow linear storytelling. They were just like, "Oh my god, that's crazy! Oh, the next episode is, this giant worm! Oh my god, we're fighting this now! What's going on?" Like every episode, they were just like in a new place fighting a new thing, and then all of a sudden it was like, Luke Skywalker, what? That's my impression of a Mandalorian fan on crack. And now it kind of feels like it's a little like, oh yeah, we're just chilling. Oh yeah, we gotta go get that kid. I don't know why, it's not really important. We're just gonna do it because we save kids. It doesn't really help the storyline, but I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe you'll find out. Maybe that kid is maybe that's Rey. I don't know. This is the origin story of Rey. I have no idea. But yeah, it's all. It is what it is, at this point. They've already sort of started into this mode of we're building to something instead of giving you punch. They're giving us backstory, and a slow build and little clues and tidbits, and they're like, ooh, what's a mythosaur? And you're like, oh my god, we've thought about this thing now a couple times. How important is this? Is this going to turn out to be something big? Is a mythosaur going to turn out to be like... You wonder yourself. But then you're like, why do we go to the flashback of how they acquired Grogu? How does this tie in? How did the people tie in on Coruscant? Yeah. So it's... they don't have massive season. We're halfway through the season. So, we'll see what Jon Favreau's doing. I mean, I have no reason not to trust him so far, but he's gambling a lot on the storyline, and I hope it pays off. Again, Not my favorite Mandalorian episode. I thought it was better than last week, though. Um, God, it was so much better than last week. Uh, but yeah, it's still. I haven't given an episode of this season an A, and I'm not doing it yet. I don't feel like this one has gotten there. Um, if maybe the last 4 episodes will all just be like heavy hitters. Like, remember all that build up we did? Now we're coming in for a landing with the craziest shit you've ever seen. I don't know, but the audio description was solid again, so good job. I'm gonna give Mandalorian an A minus. Season 3, episode 4, an A minus. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I've been sort of stagnant at 118 for a little while now. I'd like to move. I like seeing motion, even if it's slow motion upwards. I like the motion of slowly increasing. So whoever finds me, hit that subscribe button. See if I'm entertaining to you. I also have a website, macmoviiguy.com. You can go to the audio description project, adp.acb.org. It'll let you know what is audio description and where you can watch it. You can go to the ADNA.org. That's the ADNA.org. It'll let you know who's describing your favorite TV shows and movies. And you can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at macmoviiguy. That's it for me today. I'll be back next week with more Mandalorian for you. Until then, I will see you. Nope, this is the way.